Hey, everyone. Happy Friday. It is Friday. Welcome to my lunch and learn that is scheduled for today. How's everyone doing? I am doing fantastic. It has been a great week. Let's get this started. I am so excited to have you guys here in my lunch and learn. And I hope that you can grab your lunch really quick, or your drink or whatever it may be, depending on when you have lunch. I have not had lunch yet because I like to eat my lunch like around 1 or so. So, how's everyone? Today is we're going to be talking about an amazing topic right here. Give me one moment. Um, right here. I have to shift things around a little bit. Yeah, so I can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to build time and financial freedom in your mental health practice, right? And a lot of times when I talk to mental health practitioners and practice owners, some of the struggles that we are having is how do we create time freedom, right? That we are not doing necessarily all the work, and that by hiring more people or expanding or growing the practice, we are not sinking into expending necessarily more time working on the business, right? So we want time and financial freedom, and that is something very honorable, right? That we want more time for our families, we want more time for ourselves, we want more time to do things and all the things that we desire to do, spending time with the family, going on vacation, writing a book. Maybe you want to write a novel. Maybe you want to do online courses. Maybe you have a workbook or something that you want to create so you can continue to expand your business model. So before I continue, please share this video. If you are on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video with someone that can benefit. Because at the end of the day, there are people that can truly benefit from this information, right? And at the end of this lunch and learn, that's going to be about 30 minutes, I'm going to give you an opportunity to come and do a $1 million business business private practice business audit with me. And I want you to have the ability to come and do that for your business so you can see where you can free your time in your business, right, in your private practice, so you can have more financial stability with your mental health private practice, because that is one of the goals that we want, right? We want to create more impact. We want to create more influence in the community and the life of our clients in a positive way. We want to double, triple our revenue. We want to be able to eliminate the overwhelm and the burnt out that we feel being a business owner. And also we want to create that time and financial freedom because we deserve it. We work hard, we are educated, we have the tools, we have the strategies, and we are doing amazing work in the community. We are doing work that is extraordinary. Being able to tap into helping people to feel better mentally, emotionally, and build meaningful relationships with the people around them, whether it's professionally or personally, is so significant. So the work that we do is so valuable. But a lot of times when it comes to the business part of it, we forget what are some of the things that we have to do in order to create that freedom in our time and our finances. So we can allocate time or do things that also are fun for us and things that we desire to do. Like for me, it is the JC Precious Mind Foundation, right? It's working on helping families, children in the Dominican Republic who have autism to really thrive, to provide them with the financial resources they need so they can live a better life. So for me, that is important. So share this video, tag someone that you know, leave your questions down here because I'm always willing to come back and answer your questions. And you can ask your questions while we're talking here as well. So now here is the thing. this first step that we need to do in order to free our time and have financial freedom is that we need to develop a unbreakable leader. We need to build unbreakable leadership skills, because when we are in this space of opening a business and creating more impact in the community, we are leaders. We are leaders, and we are here to create change and transformation in the community. So our leadership skills is very important, and I love teaching on my framework, my leadership framework. And one of the things that we need to really tap into, so we can thrive as mental health leaders, is we have to have alignment, right? We have to have alignment between what it is that we do in our businesses, right? And how we want to really create all that we want to create in the world. So that includes us being able to have alignment with our purpose, with our vision, and our mission. So our purpose is everything to do with why you here, why are you here in this world, right? Why would you create it? Why is it that you are still standing as a mental health professional? Because as a mental health professional, what I know to be truth is that we want to help people. We want to make sure that we are helping people get from where they are to where they want to be. But a lot of times we forget to build the skills that we need, right? So the framework that I teach is all about personal leadership. We first have to take account for our personal leadership there. So that purpose, that why we're here, it has to be tied with our personal leadership. How do we show up in our personal life first, right? And that includes how we take care of ourselves and we take care of those around us. But before we can take care of everybody else around us, we have to take care of ourselves. And creating a purpose statement is something that will give you a sense of why are you here, and it will remind you why are you here when you are feeling down, or you feel like you have no direction, or you feel like you're stuck in your business. You can go back to that purpose statement, and you can truly understand why is the reason you here, why you were created. For me, my big reason is I'm here to help people build better businesses, build better life, unbreakable life. Because through my story, I can help you, right, gain the tools and the strategies that you need so you can overcome the challenges. And for me, my big why is my son, right? It's my son. So my vision statement reflects what that means for me. So when you want to engage in the leadership and being the person who is a part of the big community, and you are impacting people in a big way, you need to have personal leadership. You need to take care of yourself first. The next thing is, how do you communicate? What is the alignment that happens between your purpose, your vision, and your mission? Your vision is really what you are here to do, right? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you visualizing, how you want to get to the people, right? What is it that you are creating? What is the big vision? And it has to be clear, and you have to align that communication, right? Because if people are not understanding you as a leader, and what is the alignment that exists for you, you are going to have a really hard time having people really believe in your vision. And the next thing that you need to do is you need to get strong in your decision making, because leaders make decisions all the time, and we make decisions quickly. And the reason why we take decisions quickly is because we don't want to miss the mark. We don't want to spend too much time sitting, right, on this idea that, oh, I want to make something significant. I need to make a decision, and it take too long, and then you miss on the opportunities. And the next step now is for you to understand the leadership is not about control, it's about influence. And the influence that we want to create We want it to create an influence that is powerful, influence that provide us the opportunity to influence the community, to influence and inject the economy, that we are creating powerful and meaningful businesses that really allow others to grow. That is what leadership is all about. So the first step here, like I said, is your leadership. Become an unbreakable leader. In order for you to free your time and make more money, you have to be a powerful leader, right? And that helps you and that helps me get to the people faster and more effectively, because our message as leaders is very clear. And when people hear a message that is clear for them, they're going to want to do that because they understand that what you're doing for them, it comes from a place of purpose and a place of vision and the mission for which you were created. Now, the mission is all about how are you going to do it? And the how, I always tell people the how is the easiest part, because in the how, we are able to just get the tools, the strategies, and everything that we need, the business skills, so we can make it happen. So the first step here is you need to understand your the unbreakable leadership framework. You need to become an unbreakable leader so you can influence other people with power, right? With positive change and transformation, not controlling people, but actually creating massive change. We want to change policies. We want to change the stigma around mental health. We want to change the stigma that mental health professionals have, that, we are here only to help people, but making money is not part of the deal. Right. So if we continue to become those leaders, if we put ourselves out there as leaders and as the go-to person in our industry, and we share a message that is powerful in that vision that you have, in that mission, people are going to understand that alignment that is happening between why you here, what are you here to do, and how you're going to do it. And like I said, I wanted to offer you the opportunity to schedule a business audit with me. So that way you and I can sit down and do an audit of your business to see where you are at, where you want to be, what's the gap, and how can I support you in bridging that gap so you can really get that freedom that you're looking for, and you can also create the finances that you desire. So you can go to this link to schedule your free business audit. And this is an opportunity for you and I to sit together on Zoom and talk about your business, see where you are, where you want to be, and what is the gap between one thing and the other, right? Because there is a gap. If you're not experiencing the freedom that you desire, if you're not experiencing what you want in life and in your business, then we need to go ahead and we need to create that for you. And the way you do that is having a clear understanding of where you're standing and a clear understanding of where you're going. And the gap in between is all about the vision and the mission. Now, the second step is you need to cultivate a leadership mindset. And the reason why we need to cultivate a leadership mindset is because a lot of times we do not see ourselves as leaders. We don't see ourselves in the mental health industry as people who have power to really make significant changes and to influence the life of our clients and the community in a powerful way. So how do you do this? The first step that you need to do in order to cultivate a unbreakable leadership mindset is that you need to identify what is your current mindset. What is it that you believe right now that's hindering you from really being the leader that you desire to be? To unleash all that potential that you have inside of you so you can be the go-to person in the industry. So step number one is identify your limiting beliefs. What are some of those beliefs and ideas that you have that says that you are not capable, that you don't have what it takes, right? I'm also going to share the link about the audit right here in the comments. Okay? Because I want to give you the opportunity to build those muscles, right? Having a healthy leadership mindset is a muscle that needs to be worked like when you're going to the gym, right? You go to the gym and you go work on your muscles, you go work out. So you need to work out the muscles of becoming an unbreakable leader. And that mindset needs to be worked on every day. And we do that, first of all, by identifying the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Once you identify the limiting beliefs, I want you to identify what are the stories that you've been telling yourself and in who put those stories in your head. What were the situations, circumstances growing up? Who told you that you don't have the capacity of being a leader? Who told you that you are not good enough? And I want you to identify that story and that experience, not for us to go back and maybe fight or argue with the person, but so you can heal that story. And in the next step, you get to build and create a new story. What is this new story that you're going to tell yourself about you? Because remember that leadership is not just about influencing the community and the people around us, but also how do we implement that in our personal life? Because we are the leaders of our lives. We are the captain of this ship, right? And if we don't have the right mindset, the ship is going to sink. So step number one to build an unbreakable leadership mindset is identify the limiting beliefs. Second, you need to identify what stories, what experiences told you that you are not good enough and that you don't have the skills and the strategies that are necessary to become the person that you desire to be. Then I want you to rewrite that story and begin to believe and put some faith and trust behind the purpose that you are aligned in the world. Why were you created? And if you were created to be a leader in the mental health field, that means that you have every single tool, every single potential inside of you to get it done. But we have to unleash that together. And then after you rewrite that story, then you need to put some faith behind that story and you need to start repeating the new story. And the way you get to repeat that new story is by either affirmation or you can do affirmations, you can do mantras, you can write in your journal, and you can begin to visualize yourself, right? Do visualizations for a few minutes on visualizing yourself in the way that you show up in the world as a leader. How do you see yourself as a leader, right? How do you behave? How do you feel? What are the thoughts that you have in when you are the leader that is creating that policy change in the community? When you're creating that book that's going to help your clients shift and shift their lives around, that they're going to have meaningful relationship, that they can create a better life, that they can overcome depression and anxiety, that they can overcome adversity, right? What is it? So write it. Look at yourself, visualize yourself as that person, right? Because a lot of times we see ourselves as the person that we are today, not the person that we want to be. And we have to create the person that we want to be, because where we are right now may not be where you want to be. So the gap between where you are and where you want to be is you coming to me. Let's do the business audit for your mental health private practice. Let's sit down and let's look at where you are right now. Let's identify the goals and where you want to be. Let's identify the gap and how my programs can help you bridge that gap, right? So go ahead, go to that link and schedule your audit. I have 3 audits left, right? 3 of them that you can take advantage of and come to my world and come to my space so I can help you figure it out. The next step is in building and creating more time and more financial freedom is you need to grow and scale your practice. You need to grow and scale your practice. Okay, so how do you do that? Right? How do you grow and scale your practice? The first step that you need to do is understanding where you are, right? Where am I right now standing? And that's what the audit is going to do for you. Where am I standing right now? And then where I want to see my practice to be. Do I want 20 therapists? Do I want 30 therapists? Do I want 50 therapists? Do I want to offer online courses? Do I want to write a book? Do I want to have a journal? Do I want to have a workbook for my clients so I can use it in the work that we did together? You want to identify where you are, and then we want to identify what are your goals. And the way I do it is I set up a SMART goals. A SMART goal, the A is for alignment, because we want to make sure that those goals that you are looking at and you are setting for yourself are in alignment with your purpose, your vision, and your mission. So the step number two to scale your private practice is you need to understand that in order for you to have more freedom and more revenue and profit in your private practice, you need to hire more people. You need to have all the therapists working in your private practice at least 15 hours per week, so they can also provide services to their ideal clients inside of your private practice, right? So think about how many therapists do you need in order for you to free up some time? How many therapists do you need to free up a little bit of time of your time? So you can begin to work on your business and all the things that you want to do, right? While other people are creating a massive impact through your business, right? So how many therapists do you want to hire? How many therapists do you need to hire in order to meet your financial goal? So you can meet your desirable goal and the impact that you want to create in the community, right? And we do that by identifying that together. So how many therapists do you need, right? How many clients each of them are going to have? And then utilizing a hiring framework that is easy for you to start attracting and hiring the best talents available in the market so they can come and join you in your vision and your mission in creating a better world, right? So how we do that, we need to have a very, very detailed job description. That job description needs to be in alignment with the vision and the mission of your practice and your own personal values and what kind of person you want serving your clientele, right? So number one, we look at where we at and we identify where we are. Step number three is we need to realize that we need to hire more people, and we need to utilize a hiring framework that allow us to go find the best talents out there so we can hire them so they can come and create a bigger impact in the world, correct? And then once we start the hiring process, we need to have an onboarding process. An onboarding process is the system that you have in place in order for you to seamless onboard people on a continuous basis without feeling overwhelmed and burnt out, right? Because what we're trying to do is free time. We're not trying to have more time working and feeling burnt out, but rather feeling at ease and feeling relaxed in the work that we're doing, right? So so scaling your practice is the next step, right? And so you need to serve more clientele. We need to serve more clients in the community, and we need to at the same time maintain the quality of services that we want to offer even when we continue to grow. Even if you continue to grow, you want your practice to maintain that personal touch with the clients, that the clients feel that they're not a number, but they are a person who are being cared for inside of your business. So scaling your private practice will give you that time freedom and the financial desires that you have, but we need to begin hiring more people. We need to have a hiring process. We need to have a hiring and onboarding process so we can onboard with these. And we have to make sure that we assign a number of clients to our therapists that make sense financially. The next thing inside of scaling your practice is you need to have a comprehensive a marketing plan. And inside of a marketing plan, you need to make sure that you have a marketing strategy. Without strategy, a marketing plan is not going to work. How are you going to market each therapist in your private practice so they're always full, right? And they feel happy working for you because they are constantly and consistently receiving a paycheck, whether if it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, whatever you decide how you want to pay them. So step number one, align everything. You need to be in alignment with what you want to do. You want to hire the best talents that you can hire and have a hiring process and a framework that works, along with a onboarding process that will help you get the best talents. And then we identify how many therapists you need to know in advance, how many therapists you need, and how many clients each therapy needs to see in order for them to meet their goal, for you to meet your financial goal, so you can free up your time, right? And then we have a marketing plan with a marketing strategy that will allow us to continue the growth and the scalability with ease and flow without having to worry if these therapists are going to have clients or not. And the last step, we always revising, we always going back and looking at what is working and what is not working. We need to do the numbers. It's the working that people, when you hire, that they have 10 people, 15 people, 20 people. Does it make sense financially with the marketing that you have to do with all the expenses that you have for your business? Doesn't make sense. The numbers have to make sense, and you're only going to know if the numbers make sense if you are constantly looking at the numbers. When I talk about constantly, I look at my numbers on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, and a yearly basis, right? So every quarter, I sit down with myself and I look at my numbers. And a lot of times I bring in my accountant and my financial people so I can look at the number to see where I want to go next. And in order to do that, I am gifting you my business mental health practice audit. Business audit, so we can see where you are, where you want to be, and how we can bridge the gap so you can get more freedom of time and more freedom of money, right? And the last thing is you need to have, in order for you to have time and financial freedom, you need to have a method, right? To control and to manage, not manage your time, but the tasks that you are doing, right? So a lot of times we are doing tasks that do not produce the result that you will want. We are busy, 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 but busy work doesn't mean that we are being productive. So we need to produce, we need to be productive in the way that we are planning for our destiny, for our financial destiny. We are planning our exit from our businesses, and we have a plan that will take us from where we are to where we want to be so we can enjoy more of that time freedom, right? And that has a strategy. And the strategy is for you to understand that you as a solo provider will feel burnt out, and you're probably going to have a wait list of clients that need to be seen, but you don't have the capacity to see them all. So how did you free your time? Is by hiring other people, by creating a group practice that create massive impact in the community, brings the revenue, and we also giving people the quality of services that they deserve, because they do deserve it, right? And we always want to operate from a place of greatness, from a place of abundance. So create your time and freedom requires you to have a method, to have frameworks in place, to have processes and systems that are working naturally and almost automatically, right? Because when you optimize some of those processes and some of those systems, then you can free up your time. You can free up the time of your employees, because now they can get their hands off in some of those processes, and those things are happening automatically, right? So we can provide more services to more people while we maintain that personal touch. So that is about or that is all about our learning experience today with me. I want you to create more freedom and more financial stability. But doing everything yourself and being a solo provider is not going to give you exactly what you want. What it's going to do is going to overwhelm you, and it's going to make you feel overwhelmed. So if you want to really embark on a journey towards a unbreakable life and an unbreakable business, I am inviting you to really schedule a business audit. And together, let's figure it out. What is the best next step for your business, and how we can bridge that gap with my services and the things that I provide for mental health providers in private practice who are looking to really grow and scale. Meaning, you want to work on your business, you want to double, triple your income, you want to double, triple the influence and the impact that you're creating in the community. You eliminate overwhelm and burnt out, and you really work on having freedom with your time and with your finances where you feel stable. But you need a business model that makes sense, and being a solo provider may not be able to give you that. You will have to work really hard to make multiple six figures in your private practice, right? So there's the link is right there for you. Make sure you take the link and you schedule the private practice business audit, and I'm here to support you so you know exactly what is the best next step in your private practice and how I can support you do that. So that's the link. Once again, if you have any questions, you guys can leave them here in the comments. I always come back and check to make sure that I can answer your questions. If you want to send me a private message, you can find me on social media. On Facebook, I'm Soribel Martinez. On LinkedIn, I'm Soribel Martinez. On Instagram is therapist underscore I'm Soribel Martinez. YouTube, Soribel Martinez, Unbreakable. So look for it and come join the a group of unbreakable leaders in the mental health field. You have the potential. You have what it takes. What we need to do now is have a simple framework that will help you reach freedom and finances. I'll talk to you soon. Besitos, besitos. Ciao.